Welcome to the video, guys. You are currently talking to Editing Claire. In this video, I learned a valuable lesson on how to use my camera. My introduction that I had previously recorded while I was making this video was completely grainy and blurred out. It was horrible. Apparently you can't just wing it and mess with all the ISO and shutter speed and all that and just hope for a good quality video. Like, cameras don't work like that. So I spent all of yesterday learning how to actually use my camera. I now understand what ISO means, what exposure means, what shutter speed means, and what aperture means. Wow, I feel like such a nerd, but those are things that I have to understand if I ever want to make good quality videos. In this video, you'll see my recipes for protein peanut butter cookies, well, they're banana peanut butter cookies, protein gingerbread bliss balls, and 0-calorie gummies. So if you'd like to learn how to make those recipes, please keep on watching. Please enjoy. I worked really hard on editing. Thank you for watching. For your peanut butter cookies, you're gonna need a whole cup of peanut butter. I got this for, get this, $1 because it's going out of date soon. And I was like, oh hell yeah, I'll buy a jar of peanut butter for $1 and then I'll just make cookies. Hell yeah. Next you're gonna need 2 bananas, a little bit of vanilla, cinnamon, and clove because I need the Christmas flavor to come through. Add 2 scoops of the PE Science Snickerdoodle protein powder. I want about 60 grams of protein in the whole thing, which for this protein powder works out to be about 54? No, damn it.
37, plus 37, 7, 14, 3, 6.
74. 74 grams. I don't think it needs oats. Oh, but you know what would be super cool is if I did a cookie cutter. Oh, I got a little star and a little Christmas tree. Oh, I am ready for Christmas. I will refrigerate this. I'll make it into a ball, refrigerate it, which will make it easier to cut the shapes out, and then I will bake it. Freezer. Okay, while that's in the freezer, I'm going to make the bliss balls. This is my favorite part of cooking, licking the bowl. Bliss balls are super easy to make. You just need a food processor and you just throw everything in there and form it into a ball. So the first thing that I'm going to add, 40 grams of almonds. Try roasted almonds. They are next level. 50 grams of desiccated coconut. So most recipes for ginger anything, they use ginger powder. I don't have ginger powder, I just have cooking ginger, but it honestly is just as good. It's, if not a little bit stronger, so maybe go a little bit on the lighter side. I mean, so I'm doing like maybe a little bit less than a teaspoon. You can always add more, so start with less. Teaspoon of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, 50 grams of dates, a little bit of salt, some clove. I think ginger and clove go really well together. And then I'm gonna add, this time, I will use the cake pop flavor of the Select Protein. So this just is more, it's just kind of tastes like vanilla-y, a little bit like icing. So it goes really well with dates and ginger. It won't overpower the flavor. And we'll do 2 scoops again. So upon inspection, it's a little bit dry. What you can do at this point is you can add more dates, more maple syrup, you could add peanut butter, just a bit of coconut oil. I don't have any coconut oil at the moment, so I think what I'm gonna do is add a little bit more maple syrup and a little bit more of the dates. So just do like a couple more dates. It's still very dry. We're gonna add some milk. Now, don't know how well this is gonna work. This could be a complete disaster, but I don't wanna add oil. I don't wanna add butter. I'm just gonna add just enough so it'll kind of start to get sticky and then we can mold it into shapes. Just a little splash at a time and we'll wait and see. I think just a tiny bit more. It stopped moving, which means it's starting to get sticky in there. I think that'll be perfect. I'd rather it be just on the side of dry than too sticky. Otherwise it's just gonna be a mess. I'm just gonna pour this guy into the bowl that we used before. I know. I like to reuse bowls. I'm not that person who's gonna clean things in between every single thing that I do. It's not laziness, it's practicality, okay? okay? I'm practical. It's sticky, but it's still crumbly, which means when I mold it together, they'll be able to hold their shape. They're all done. I'm gonna pop them in the fridge while we get on to the next one. Last one I have for you is super easy. You just need gelatin and you need BCAAs. So what you're gonna do, take your pan, add 1 cup of cold water, 2 scoops of your BCAAs, whatever you have, doesn't matter. This flavor is pink lemonade. Then I'm going to add, we're just gonna add 60 grams and see what happens. That's gonna be a heaps, maybe just 50. I'm calling it at 50 grams. We're gonna add 50 grams and then see what happens. We're gonna heat that up and dissolve all the goop in it. So you just wanna stir until all of it melts together. Keep stirring with the heat until those little lumps dissolve. The only molds that I have are donut molds. So this is gonna have to do. Who knows if this is gonna set or not, but we're gonna find out on Cooking with Claire. What if we had like a little bit of citric acid and then you could sprinkle some citric acid on the top and that would make them like those sour peach ring things? Sweet, we're gonna stick those in the fridge, find out what happens. Moment of truth, let's find out if we can turn this into a shape. I don't know. I don't have much faith in myself right now. I like to wing it, and sometimes that gets me in trouble. Oh boy. Well, you know what? We're just gonna do the best we can. You know, that'll do. This is not gonna work. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's something. You know, we might as well just like try to push it into the mold. Yeah. There we go. All right. I'm gonna keep at this and I'll check in with you when I got something. Okay, place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Will these cookies hold their shape? I don't know, but they are darn cute. I mean, a little messy, but you get the idea of the shape, you know? I put the oven on 180 degrees Celsius. I think if you're gonna make any sort of protein powder cookie, you should bake them at 160 degrees Celsius. That way they bake a little bit slower and they don't burn the outsides, but they cook through the middle. But you know what? There's no egg in them, so there's nothing wrong with a doughy cookie. And I am super proud of my gummies. I can't believe they set, considering all the recipes that I looked at, they said to use 6 times 30 grams of gelatin powder, which that was an enormous amount. And it could be because that was like the American version. This gelatin, I just used the Mackenzie's gelatin powder, which I only used 50 grams of this to a cup of water, and that was enough. Like, that's plenty. This is perfect gummy texture. Oh yeah, don't mind my nails, but look at that gummy texture. Oh, what? It's stretchy! I think the real star of the show is my protein bliss balls. Cookie taste test. I got one broken up here. I've already tasted it. I couldn't help myself. I mostly taste the peanut butter. I don't taste any, what did I have? The Snickerdoodle protein powder. I've tried to make protein cookies before with like Venom Protein Australia, and theirs don't make very good cookies or pancakes or anything. The higher quality the protein powder, the better flavor profile it has, the better you're gonna be able to bake with that kind of protein. These just taste like healthy peanut butter cookies, and I'm very proud of myself. And they held their shape. What more could you ask for? I'm pretty proud. Thank you. Next up, BCAA gummy. As you saw before, very stretchy, holds its shape well, love that. Chewy, flavorful, delicious, a little sour. The BCAA that I had used was called Modern BCAAs. They have pretty good flavors, but that pink lemonade flavor is just not my favorite. I know there's a company out there that actually does gummy flavored BCAAs, so I would definitely try that. Like they've even got the sour peach ring as a flavor. The Bliss balls. These were gingerbread Bliss balls. That's focusing or not. Oh my God. That's so good. These are my favorite. The ginger, like the raw ginger with a little bit of salt, like you can really taste that, plus the sweetness of the snickerdoodle protein powder, and the dates, and the maple syrup, like you can taste all of it, and it's so good. These are 10 out of 10. These are better than the Bliss balls that you buy in the store, and they're so easy to make. The only time-consuming part is actually rolling all the balls out. You just roll them up though and put them in the fridge and they're ready to go. Even people who don't really like protein powder things or protein powder flavors, this doesn't taste like protein powder. This just tastes like gingerbread delight. I love it. I would even put this in like a little jar in a bowl and give it as a Christmas present. It's amaze balls. But let's be honest, I'm gonna be the only one eating these. Pure happiness. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that what I'm doing is good. I'm doing the best that I can. If you want to know about protein powders, that's going to be in my next video. I'm going to do a full summary. What's the best kind of protein powders? How much protein do you need per day? All the different flavors I've tried before, and I'll give you a nice big old summary. So subscribe so you can see that one next. Was that awkward? I can't tell if that was awkward or not. I'm going to eat another one of these. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, these kind of look like nipple things. Am I right?